All right, guys, welcome to C's for Cars. If you're one of the 3 people that watch this who aren't Mason's wife or my wife, and you're wondering, wow, you haven't really been putting out much content, you're right. It's been busy, you know. The best time to start a YouTube channel is when you have your first kid, when you build a house. Mason's building a house, and we're generally just really busy with work. It's the best time to do stuff. Today, we're gonna get ready for Miles of Mayhem. As you can see, we're pretty much there. Miles of Mayhem is in July. I got a ticket. Car community is awesome. I actually got it secondhand from a guy named Isaac because I missed the boat. Isaac gave me a good deal on the ticket. If Isaac ever watches this, I appreciate that, man. That was awesome. But as you can see, we're pretty much ready. Engine's in the car. Car is painted. Cage is done. Just small finishing touches. Nope. There is not a hope in the frozen over tundra hell that I'm going to finish the Z7 for this year. I don't even know about next year. You know, life happens. Money doesn't happen while life happens. And, you know, just not happening. And that's okay. It's fine. I have this actually. You've seen it on the channel before. It's my '79 Ford Fairmont. It has a somewhat healthy small block Ford 302 T5 transmission. It is not very fast. It on a good day downhill, downwind, might have 300 horsepower. I doubt it. It's not fast, and I know that, but we're gonna do Miles of Mayhem in it anyways. But it needs work also. It needs a clutch. Currently has 273 rear end, which is, you know, fine for highway cruising, but for doing any sort of racing at all, from a dig, you know, there's going to be way less stress with a higher gear. So we went with a 410 rear end. I got those from Ford Performance Parts. We got to do that. In fact, I got a list. Let's look at the list. I got a list. Fairly extensive list for a car that runs and drives, but that's okay. Clutch, boom, important. It's been on the outs for 20 years, and I don't really feel like having to change a clutch in a Walmart parking lot in Saskatchewan in the middle of nowhere. So clutch, we got one. I've had it for quite a few years actually now. It's got to go in. Line lock, you know, just going to be better on them rear brakes during burnouts. Rear gear, like I said, we got 410s. Just a lot less stress and everything on launch. With the T5, still probably decent mileage if you're not going too fast. It's it's going to make, you know, the car quicker, but it's also going to put less stress on driveline, which is nice. Clean up the engine. What I mean by that is just kind of, there's some fuel lines and stuff that aren't great looking. Just a general maintenance thing, which is also gaskets. I have a coolant leak. I think it might be the intake leaking, but I also have a water pump gasket. Exhaust is put together. You've seen that last year on the channel. We put MagnaFlows on. It's kind of hobbled together. There's a couple spots that are kind of kinked and bent. Maybe some exhaust leaks got to fix up. Slicks. Yeah. Miles of Mayhem is a drag and drive event. I don't know if I've mentioned that. It's a drag and drive event. They want race tires on the track, street legal tires on the road. Well, I guess you don't have to, but gonna run street tires on the road, the tires that are on it. So we need slicks. I'm gonna do like a 26 by 10 by 15, 26, 10, 15, which will fit actually on my Mustang slot, Fox body slot rims I have. Balanced front wheels, they're a little shaky, you know. And finally, extra parts. I have, for an 8.8, I have all the axles. Probably should take some U-joints and just things like that. If you break something, I want to be able to not be stuck. So I don't know. Let's walk around, kind of shake things down. Probably start under the hood, to be honest. I think Mason's coming today, so maybe we'll actually tackle the clutch today. But yeah, like I said, it's not a fast car. We're not going to be competitive. We're probably going to do bracket. We're just going, and we're going to show too that you can go do these drag and drives, these events. You can go have fun at the track with a low budget, with not a fast car, and just who cares? Who cares if you're not the fastest guy, or the most consistent guy, or the most talented guy, or the most, you know, the only way to get there is by doing it. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. All right, we'll pop the hood here. It's got hood pins, so you know, it is actually very fast. I was kidding when I said it wasn't that fast. Yeah. All right. How do you like my back? All right, there she is. It's your very typical Fox body small block in that it has letter cam, BBK tuned headers. It does have an MSD distributor, just going to an NSD blaster coil, still running just a factory Ford spark box. What can I tell you? Oh, we're gonna address this too. Thermostat housing. This housing is not right at all, and so this hose is kind of doopy. Why do I have coolant up there? Well, that doesn't make any sense at all. Hope that wouldn't make any sense. Why do what? Excuse me. That's a weird place to have coolant. Why is it up there? What else can I tell you? Is it leaking from here? It has to be leaking from here. From this hose? From this fitting? Has to be. Well, that's one spot. Was that the spot the whole time? Boy, that would be silly. There's also some fuel. Come here. There's also, so this fuel line runs from the old factory hard line off the pump. Mechanical fuel pump is right there. Hard line into this, which doesn't look great, so we're going to address this. Vacuum advance line looks fine, but can you see the coolant? There's some coolant in there. I'm guessing it's coming off this fitting, and it puddles here on the water snout, water jacket. Here's a water pump. It would pool here, so I kind of thought either it's going to be water pump gasket or intake, but it seems like it might be here. So maybe we'll redo that. We're going to shine her up a bit. Do I have anything to do that now? Probably not really quite yet. But we're going to get there. I think maybe what might be best is to get the car up in the air, take drive shaft off, and just start getting into the major stuff. All right, so these are 12 millimeter. They are not 12.5 inch. You will have a bad time. And of course, I don't have 12 point socket. 12 mil. Whew, that is taut. Like a little bit of a snipe action here. Is that big enough? Of course not. What are you, some sort of fool? Double wrench works, like 3 of you are thinking right now, but that ought to do it. I think. Maybe not. Oh yeah. One. Now I did have to put it in gear and apply the park brake. course, you could always do this whilst still on the ground. Also, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I haven't been off in a while. You can tell that. That's why I'm panting. All right. 12 mil gear wrench. Man, gear wrench, I'm telling you, this is the way. Or like, you know, a socket would also be the way. All right, I'm gonna get a catch can for under the yoke in that transmission, just in case there's some leakage. We'll yank this out. All right, a little bit of a push forward here. Drop her down. If I spill a bunch, I'm not too worried because I think I ought to change fluid in that transmission anyhows. You know? All right, maybe next I'll tackle that starter, or maybe I'll wait for Mason and he can tackle that starter. Should be able to drop transmission forwards and not have to worry about this X pipe, right? No, probably not. Okay. So I guess first steps first, we're gonna pull transmission. A couple things to do before the car is up in the air. Before we pull transmission is we're gonna take the negative side off the battery because we are gonna pull the starter. And then I gotta take the shifter out of the car. So, start with the battery. Okay, let's take the shifter out. Oh, yeah. Nice little Herf shift rod on there. I like the look of them better. I like the feel of them better. Don't let me forget these tools in here, man, because I'll have the car up and it'll be annoying. Ow. I did just fix the radio on this car too, so long drives, it'd be nice to have some radio. I can sit there, neutral. Thanks for not letting me forget my tools. Well, guess what, guys?
I'm still alive and I missed you all.
Oh, that's nice.
So, sorry for the absence, but luckily Jesse's been holding down the fort and working on all his cool things. So, you guys want to see what we're doing today? Well,
we've established.
A lot has happened. You know, there's big news. Jesse has a big grocery list of things to do now. And why do you have to do all these things?
Oh, well, Miles of Mayhem.
You're going to Miles of Mayhem, which for, you know, you Americans, that's just like poor person power tour.
It is.
So today, Jesse's starting to change the clutch. Got a starter dangling right there. And I got the transmission jacked up a little bit. And getting ready to take it out.
Yeah. Just removed speedometer gear, which we are changing with 410 rear end. I didn't have a nut on there, so it's amazing. It never came out.
Oh boy. There's also a couple bolts missing on the headers and some leaks up here we found.
Oh, there's stuff. Yeah, there's stuff.
Luckily, it's on July 21st.
That's when I got to be there, yeah.
Okay, cool. So we got time to fix stuff.
That's right.
Okay, enjoy the ride. I missed you guys. I'm glad I'm back.
Yay!